Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe.
And together we are the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends. Adam, what would you say if I said we were having triplets?
Oh!
It was a hypothetical.
Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week. Just said that so fast. Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And we look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole La Mazda episode.
And we try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you too.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm wearing my London Baby t-shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
You sure are.
I got a compliment on it when I went to Starbucks this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Somebody
Nice.
said, like your t-shirt.
It's London, baby.
That's right. I was expecting somebody to shout that at me. What's going on with you this week?
My Padre's coming up from out of state.
Oh, that's
so
right.
gonna have to visit with him a few days.
Yeah. That's, he's not a very talkative person.
No.
You'll find something to keep him busy.
That's right.
All right, what are we doing this week?
This week is the 100th.
Yeah, not our 100th, but their 100th.
Their 100th.
What's the IMDb plot?
The gang take Phoebe to the hospital after she goes into labor. Monica threatens to go on a date with a male nurse after Chandler claims they're just goofing around.
Uh-oh.
Joey gets treated for kidney stones.
Our episode director was Kevin Bright,
Mhm.
and our episode writers were David Crane and Marta Kaufman.
Nice.
I know. So the creators added Kevin Bright to the mix as a director and producer. He's not considered an original creator of the show,
Right.
but he did work with them both on the show Dream On.
Mm-hmm.
Kaufman explained that the show worked best when all six main characters were in the same space rather
Yes.
than separating them into different things. They
You're
just
right.
love those episodes.
Right.
They thought it helped really build the ensemble part of the, storyline.
Right,
So,
right. It does. Those are the funnest
those
episodes.
are. And when they went to pitch Friends, they sandwiched it between two mediocre ideas. It said two mediocre to almost blah ideas so
Okay.
that Friends would stand out. So they would be like,
Oh.
oh, I like that middle one.
Right.
Tell me more about that one.
Right. First, we're thinking Dr. Acula.
I don't like it. And then to start writing the pilot episode, Marta said she interviewed several of the 20-something babysitters who cared for her two young children to kind
Oh.
of get in the mindset. David said he rented an armful of teenage movies, including Risky Business and Say Anything.
Oh.
And then they both started to watch Beverly Hills 90210, trying to discern what it had that attracted so many younger people.
Oh.
But I think Friends is nothing like any of those things that they put together. Maybe Say Anything.
It gives you ideas, though.
Yeah,
You can get
that's true.
different ideas from everywhere.
I just thought that was interesting
Yeah.
that they rented Risky Business and Say
Yeah.
two opposite ends of the spectrum. When was our original air date?
The original air date was October 8th, 1998.
Oh, we're getting close to 99.
Yep. The only new movie to the top 10 that week was a movie I don't recall at all,
Uh-huh.
Holy Man.
Okay, never heard of it.
Well, listen to the IMDb plot.
Mm-hmm.
An over-the-top television evangelist finds a way to turn television home shopping into a religious experience, and it takes America by storm. Starring Eddie Murphy, Kelly Preston, John Cryer, and Jeff Goldblum.
What? I've never heard of that. Did you look at the picture? Does it look at all familiar to you?
Nope.
Funny.
Further down the chart was a little panic-inducing movie that stresses Joe out. Rounders. A gambling movie starring Ed Norton and Matt Damon.
Yeah, I don't like gambling movies. They just stress me out. Are you ready for some trivia?
I am ready.
All right. This is one of the very, very few episodes that doesn't show the apartment or the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not in anybody's apartment. We're not in the cafe.
Right.
All of this episode takes place in the hospital, Beth Israel Medical Center.
Yes, very nice.
This is Lisa Kudrow's favorite episode.
Aw.
I think that's cute.
Yeah.
This is the final appearance of Deborah Jo Rupp, who plays Alice, because she was locked into her new role as Kitty Foreman on That 70s Show. And she was actually late to Phoebe's birth because she was taping and took a half a day to appear in this episode.
Oh, nice.
I know. Phoebe's doctor references Happy Days from 1974 throughout this episode, though this is not the first time Happy Days is mentioned in our Friends series.
No, it is not.
In the one at the beach, the gang plays the game of Strip Happy Days.
Yes.
Additionally, the one where Monica gets a roommate, the very first episode, Rachel is seen watching the final episode of Happy Days in which Joni and Chachi get married. But Joni loved Chachi. That's the difference.
That's the difference.
So the writers were a little concerned about using the word vagina on TV.
Okay.
And so they asked Lisa to substitute a cutesy name for it instead. But Matt LeBlanc bet her $200 to say something even raunchier in a take. And in an outtake featured on this season's gag reel, Lisa Kudrow is shown improvising one of her first lines after the opening credits. Instead of speaking the eventual line, "That's easy for you to say. I don't see 3 kids coming out of your vagina," Kudrow jokingly replaces the word with dick ditch.
Oh my gosh.
Although it's bleeped on the reel, you can see her mouth say the words.
Wow.
But that sounds like something you would do too. You really are scared to say vagina.
Right. I don't understand when they get all uppity about the actual words.
Right.
It's like, that's
Like,
the name of the...
That's why Matt LeBlanc was like, I dare you to something even grosser.
Right. That's like that girl in We're the Millers calls herself Boner Garage.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh.
And then all the scenes with all real babies in it, a qualified nurse is present at all times, either on the set or just off camera. According to the commentary, the nurse Chandler asks out is a real, actual RN nurse.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That's interesting.
So, Adam, what were your reactions to this episode?
Lots going on in this one. Fun bouncing around. Joey's mirroring birth with his ailment. Rachel, Monica getting dates. Fun guest performances. And Phoebe doing triple duty. It's an all-around entertaining episode.
Yeah, it's funny. This is a fun episode. A lot of great one-liners in this episode that we say a lot. Phoebe in labor, the doctor who loves Fonzie. It's just so weird.
It's so weird.
Just, yeah. Phoebe's giving birth to her brother's babies, and Ross defending the doctor. I always thought that was weird, too. Frank Jr.'s joy of the babies being born. Of course, Joey's kidney stones. And the cutest couple figuring out their relationship. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready for some favorites?
Yes. What's your favorite line, Joe?
Oh, my God. There were so many.
I know.
It was so hard. But I do, and we say this all the time. There's always room for Jello.
No, for Jello. That is a fun one.
What's yours? We have to guess.
Yeah. Lots of great lines, but I am addicted to saying kidney stones. So that's my winner.
Yeah,
I mean,
just the way he says it, and it's so funny. Favorite moment, I like when Phoebe has a contraction and then lifts up the blanket. I was like, oh, I was kind of hoping that was it.
What do you think? There's just 3 kittens under there?
What about you?
I love each time Frank comes out to announce a birth.
Yeah.
So gross. It makes me happy every time.
It is very cute. For favorite outfit, I'm going to go with Frank Jr.'s shirt. I kind of like the retro look. It's really cute.
Aw.
Yeah.
Cutie.
What about you?
They were all in their hospital garb throughout, so I just went with Monica stripy shirt.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
Because she forgot her jacket. Themes we explored this episode. Theme 1, babies, plural, coming out of you.
Yeah. That would be a weird experience to have multiple births, I think.
I did read, and it's part of the trivia, that said that usually multiple births are cesarean section, but they weren't allowed to show a C-section on TV at the time. They can't say vagina, they can't say a C-section, but
they got to get them out somewhere. The stork brings them up, for fuck's sake. Theme 2, Chandler and Monica defining their fooling around relationship.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
They hadn't had to define it yet.
No,
they were just kind of, it's going to stay in London. It didn't stay in London.
Now what do we do? Theme 3, Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz, who once dated triplets.
So gross. And theme 4, kidney stones.
Oh, come on.
Kidney stones. Kidney stones.
All right, we're going to take a break before the episode breakdown. We'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, Phoebe, this is Dr. Oberman. He has no strong feelings about Fonzie or any of the Happy Days gang, but he does enjoy Scooby-Doo.
Hi, and you're going into what grade?
Oh, I'm actually a first-year resident, but I get that a lot. You see, I graduated early.
Me too. Ross, maybe I should have specified that I'm a grown-up doctor?
Phoebe, sure, he's small and boyish, but that doesn't mean that he's...
Oh, no, I'm a big boy that is fully qualified to...
Shh, Doogie, shush. Doesn't anybody understand that I have babies soon? Huh? Go, little boy, go!
Why does everybody pick on me so much? I need a Scooby snack.
Oh, Chloe made him cry. All right, we're back.
We are back.
So we start off this week's episode at the hospital. Phoebe is arriving with Ross, Joey, and Rachel as her pregnancy entourage. Phoebe walks up to the desk nurse and they exchange highs before Phoebe continues. Yeah, hi, I'm Phoebe Buffet. I have babies coming out of me. And the nurse asks, have you started having contractions? And Phoebe answers, not yet. I heard they really hurt. Do they hurt? And then from the nurse, we get a very funny, well, and Phoebe OMGs at that. And the friends console her. And then the nurse asks, now, which of you is the father? But Phoebe answers that herself. Oh, no, none of them are the father. The father's my brother. And the nurse is slightly taken aback by that one and goes, okay. And then the nurse goes to do whatever nurses do. And the friends head for the chairs in the waiting room. And Rachel laughs, I'm going to miss watching you freak people out like that.
I know. No more.
It's just a funny answer to give me. No, it's my brother's. This isn't Alabama. Oh. Sorry, Alabama. Joey, all excited, pulls out his London video camera, telling Phoebes, okay, Phoebes, look, quick, look. This is for the babies to look at someday. So is there anything you want to say, before it all starts? And Phoebe smiles, and she's like, oh, okay, kids, it's me, Aunt Phoebe. I can't wait to see you. And then in a panic, she adds, please don't hurt me. At this point, Monica and Chandler come in running, and Ross complains to the latecomers, hey, what took you guys so long? Your cab left when ours did. And the pair look at each other because they can't say why they were actually late.
Bow, bow, wow.
And Monica lies, well, we had to go back because I forgot my jacket. And Chandler confirms that's right. And R&R actually team up to stare at Monica for a moment before Rachel points out, you're not wearing a jacket. And Monica chides herself, oh man, I did it again. And Phoebe stands up and starts taking charge. Okay, so somebody has to call Frank and Alice. Then my mom wants to know. And then Phoebe notices Joey is fussing around the bottom of her dress and asks, Joey, what are you doing? And Joey explains, I got to get the before shot. And to that, Phoebe crinkles her face up and shakes her head no. Q, I'll be there for you.
All right, we go right to the delivery room. Most of the gang are there, but at the beginning of the scene, Ross and Rachel are entering together. Rachel comes in and greets Phoebe and says, okay, just spoke to the nurse, and the reason that your doctor is late is because she's not coming. Phoebe is like, what? Ross offers, apparently she fell in the shower and hit her head. Phoebe snaps, oh my God, she's so stupid.
She is stupid. Stupid
Doctor. Ross reassures her, look, Phoebes, it's gonna be okay. Phoebe retorts, that's easy for you to say. I don't see 3 kids coming out of your vagina. I like how Joey and Chandler support of agreement in this argument, nodding, yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true. There's not.
No uterus, no opinion, no babies, no. Rachel soothes her by saying, honey, listen, you know what? The nurse said the doctor is wonderful. Ross adds, yeah, he's the head of the department. Phoebe goes, all right. Ooh. Oh, dear God, save me. Monica says, what? Phoebe points out she's having her first contraction. Chandler panics. Oh, no. Phoebe purses her lips a little and says, oh, it's not that bad.
All right.
Chandler, relieved, says, oh, okay. Joey pulls out the video camera and in an announcer type voice says, so the miracle of birth begins. And he grabs his side and doubles over in pain. Chandler asks, hey, you okay? Joey went, oh, something hurts. Phoebe coos, oh, it's sympathy pains. Oh, that's so sweet. Joey asks, are they? I didn't know I cared that much.
I like that response. I didn't know I cared enough to hurt myself.
Then Dr. Herod enters. He's played by Sam Anderson. He's been in a lot of things before, friends. You can see him on Fantasy Island, Chicago Hope, The X-Files, ER, and Lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Ross greets the doc with a hello, and Dr. Herod greets Phoebe. Hi, Phoebe. I'm Dr. Herod. I'm going to be delivering your babies. I want you to know you're going to be in good hands. I've been doing this for a long time. I'll be back in a minute to do your internal. In the meantime, just relax because everything here looks great. And also, I love Fonzie. And then with that, he exits.
Yeah.
Chandler hesitates and says, did he just say he loves Fonzie? Monica agrees. That's what it sounded like. Chandler shrugged. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Frank Jr. enters with an enthusiastic hey, and they all greet him back with heys. Frank goes to Phoebe and asks, hey, am I late? Am I late? Nobody came out? Yeah, right. Phoebe assures him, no, we haven't started. Where's Alice? Frank says, Delaware. She's on her way, though. So until she gets here, I'm going to be your coach. But don't worry, she told me all about the La Mazda stuff. And Chandler quips, that's when you get the babies out at the end of the month. They give you 2% financing. Frank says, yeah.
No, because La Mazda's a car, and La Maz is, of course, the breathing exercises that ladies do. Facepalm. But I like that he just throws on that, yeah, to Chandler. Like, sure.
That reminds me of something the girl kid said when she was younger. Do you remember? She was seeing a therapist at the time, and she said, my therapist said she would like to adopt a baby, too, as soon as the financing works out. And I told her I could give her a good interest rate on 2 kids.
Yeah.
She didn't think that was funny.
The girl kid or the therapist? All right, so then we cut to later in the waiting room. Rachel comes striding in, all pleased with herself, and she goes to Monica, and Joey's sitting there saying, Monica, you're going to be very proud of me. I just got estates with 2 unbelievably cute nurses. And Joey comments, oh my. And Rachel tells him they're male nurses. And Joey happily explains, not in my head. Moving on, Rachel says, anyway, they want to take us out Saturday night. What do you say? And Monica while kind of looking at Chandler, who's using the phone directly behind Rachel. I don't think so. And Rachel's like, WTF, what are you talking about? You're the one who's been telling me to get over Ross and move on. I'm moving on, and you're moving with me. And Monica's like, no. I'm in charge of your love life. You're not in charge of my love life. Come on, give me one good reason why you don't want to go. But our Monica has already used up all of her lying brain cells for the day. On the jacket thing, goes, why don't you give me something that would be a good reason, and I'll tell you if it's true.
What?
It's harder than it sounds, isn't it? And Rachel shakes all that off and tells Monica, okay, you're coming with me. Also, I told them if we're still here when they get off, that we'll go down to the cafeteria and have some Jell-O with them. And And Joey concurs in a sexy voice. Yep, there's always room for jello. And Rachel asks, Joey, how do you make that dirty? And Joey clarifies, oh, it's easy. I can do it with anything. Watch. And he takes a beat to think of a non-sexy thing before snapping his fingers and going, Grandma's chicken salad. Both the ladies get the creeps from that and leave Joey alone.
Back in the delivery room, Chandler, Frank, and Ross are with Phoebe. Joey enters with the newspaper. Hey, Ross, get a shot of this. He's carrying an issue of the USA Today and hands Ross the camera. Hey, babies, these are the headlines on the day that you were born. Okay, now, girl baby, turn away. And boy babies, he throws the paper away to reveal a copy of Playpen, which is a TV version of the Playboy magazine.
Yeah, I object. I'm not comfortable with the name Playpen for a dirty magazine. I do not like that at all.
It is kind of gross.
I'm more grossed out than that they're filming it for the boy babies.
Check it out, huh? This is what naked women look like the month you were born. All right, now let's dive right into the good stuff. He opens the magazine and Ross sticks the camera in it.
Gross.
Yeah.
No.
Phoebe's surrounded by Chandler and Frank, the two people I would want if I were having contractions. And Phoebe shouts, oh, okay, I'm having another one. This one doesn't hurt either. Oh, yes, it does. Ow, 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 ow. Then quickly checks under the blanket. Oh, I was kind of hoping that was it.
No.
Ross says, hey, where are Monica and Rachel anyway? Why? Because there are 4 guys and no girls in the labor and delivery room? Joey shares, oh, a couple of nurses asked him out. Maybe they're with them. Chandler goes, really? Male nurses?
Boo.
Joey says, yeah, I was bummed too.
Yeah, I was bummed 3.
Chandler inquires, so they're going on dates? When? Joey says, I think Saturday. And then he groans in pain again. Frank asks Phoebe, what's with him? Phoebe whispers, sympathy pains? I thought that was really sweet at first, but now I think he's just trying to steal my thunder. The creators do not like thunder being stolen.
No, maybe they grew up with Loki. I don't know.
So Dr. Herod enters again and says, okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, you know, Fonzie dated triplets.
Not a fan of that.
Chandler ventures to ask, this Fonzie person you keep referring to, is that another doctor? Dr. Herod says, oh, no. Fonzie is a nickname of Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz.
And what is Fonzie, Yolanda? Cool? Exactamundo.
Chandler says, all right.
Hey!
The doc exits and Frank immediately says, it's not that weird, is it?
I like that Frank asks that. Frank.
Yeah.
Frank Jr. is like, I know that it's weird, but it's not that weird, is it?
Phoebe shouts, it's very weird. I don't want some guy down there telling me I'm, dilated a mundo. Ross, for some reason, tries to point out, to be fair, he doesn't seem to be impersonating Fonzie.
That is true.
Phoebe interrupts, what are you doing? Why are you defending him? Just go give me another doctor, one who is not crazy and who is not Fonzie. Ross, again, for some reason, tries to take his side. Again, it's not that he... Both Ross and Joey jump back from Phoebes.
So, Joe, what do you think about adding your favorite fictional character into a standard introduction? Hi, I'm Adam, and I love Deadpool.
And I'm Joe, and I love Chandler Bing.
I think it's weird. I think it's weird that he has a wedding ring on, and he's talking about how much he loves Fonzie.
Right, yeah.
All right, later we catch back up with Chandler looking for Monica. Chandler spots her with, oh, hey, there you are. And Monica immediately says, listen, there's something I think you should know. But Chandler goes on a full defense. Oh, is this about you dating the nurse? Yeah, Joey told me about it. I'm so fine. I mean, you and I were just nothing. We're goofing around. Monica's a little hurt by that response and goes, actually, I was going to tell you that I was just going to get out of it. But hey, if we're just goofing around, then maybe I will go out with him. And Chandler regresses into a teenager saying, fine, maybe I will too. And then Joey comes off the elevator holding a bag full of baby presents saying, hey guys, look what I found in the gift shop. And then he doubles over in pain right next to some old guy in a wheelchair that is just hanging out reading a magazine. And Joey orders the man, get up, get up, get up. And the old man just kind of waves him off, and Joey cradles the desk thing for support.
We go back to the delivery room.
Mhm.
Ross is returned with another doctor. This one is, younger.
He's younger.
Ross comes in and tries to introduce a new doctor. Okay, Phoebe, this is Dr. Oberman. He has no strong feelings about Fonzie or any of the Happy Days gang.
Mm-hmm.
Phoebe sarcastically goes, hi, and you're going into what grade? Dr. Owen goes, oh, I'm actually a first-year resident, but I get that a lot, you see. I graduated early. Me too. Ross, maybe I should have specified that I needed a grown-up doctor.
Oh.
Dr. Owen points out, oh, no, I'm fully qualified. Shh, Doogie, shh. Doesn't anybody understand that I'm going to be having babies soon? Huh? Go, little boy, go. Dr. Oberman runs out, and Frank watches him go and laughs.
Oh, cool, you made him cry. He's so funny. He's so excited.
I'm sure most of you know that Doogie isn't a reference to an old TV show starring Neil Patrick Harris as a 16-year-old doctor. He was so smart, he graduated medical school by the time he was 16.
16. I feel like I could have played a fictional doctor at 16.
It ran for 4 seasons before the Friends time period.
Yeah.
So.
Then we join Joey in a different hospital room. He has now been admitted, and his doctor is about to break the news to him, Monica, and Chandler. Joey's doctor is played by Iqbal Thiba, who played Abed's dad on Community.
Oh, yeah.
And was Principal Figgins on Glee.
Aww.
He looks at some x-rays and says, I'm torn between doing his voice because
I know.
I'm addicted to it, but you're not supposed to really do voices
I
anymore.
know.
Even though I'm doing him specifically, so I'm trying to avoid that.
All right. But you should say kidney stones the way he says kidney.
Right. Mr. Tribbiani. Damn it. You've got kidney stones. And Joey looks panicked and asks, well, what else could it be? And then Joey's doctor confirms, it's kidney stones. And Joey tries again, and he goes, kidney stones. And in a couple cut lines after the doctor leaves, Joey asks Chandler, well, if it is something else, and Chandler plays me right now saying that would be kidney stones.
You're not getting away with it. Why is he so upset about kidney stones?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it. That's why.
So we're back in the delivery room. Dr. Harrod is back and checking on Phoebe. Dr. Harrod tells Phoebe, all right, you're getting there. Oh, and you know these babies are very, very lucky. Phoebe goes, they are? Why? Dr. Harrod tells her they have the honor of being born on Fonz's half birthday. Phoebe says a reluctant, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I have a question. What is a half birthday?
Is that like 6 months away from your birthday?
Which is
like
not a birthday.
When you're like, I'm 8.5. Nobody says I'm 53.5 now, which I'm not yet. I'm not 53.5.
Right. You're not yet. You're 53.25.
Dr. Harrod points out, just to clarify, I'm not Fonzie. Phoebe just nods in agreement and he leaves.
And like he's like, I'm not Fonzie.
Yeah.
I just love Fonzie.
Yeah. Rachel goes over to Phoebe and goes, honey, I just got to tell you, I think this is such a terrific thing. You're having these babies for Frank and Alice. Phoebe says, I know it is.
I know.
Phoebe agrees. Yeah. Phoebe says, can I tell you a little secret?
Oh, God.
Rachel goes, all ears, and goes, yeah. Phoebe whispers, I want to keep one. And then giggles in excitement. Rachel goes, oh, I'm going to be on the news.
That is the best response ever.
Okay, Phoebe, honey, you got to be kidding. I mean, you cannot keep one of the babies. Phoebe posits, why not? Maybe I can. You don't know. Rachel excitedly says, yes, I do. I do know. Frank and Alice are going to want to keep all of their children. I don't know. Give them a week or so.
Yeah. Give them a month. Go back and ask then. I can take one off your hands.
Phoebe says, maybe not, seriously, 3 babies are a handful. Maybe they're, looking for a chance to unload one of them. Listen, I hate to miss an opportunity just because I didn't ask, It's not a raise or a job interview, Phoebe.
Right. Or a hamburger after 9 o'clock at night.
Sorry, Adam. Rachel tells Phoebe, no, this is insane. Phoebe says, oh, just ask him. Rachel cries, me? Phoebe points out, well, I can't ask him. Do you have any idea how inappropriate that would be?
It would be very inappropriate.
The whole question is inappropriate. All I'm saying is just talk to Frank, okay? Just, feel him out. She might as well have said, Rach, this is my I'm going to London thing.
Right.
Rachel shouts, no, forget it. I'm not going to ask Frank to give you one of his kids. Phoebe quietly says, you're right. Then there's an awkward silence. Then suddenly Phoebe gets an idea and turns and says, tell him it's for you. Can Lenny have one?
My boss wants to buy Phoebe's baby. Okay, back in Joey's room, his doctor, Chandler, and Monica are there. And Monica asks, you feeling better, sweetie? And Joey admits, well, maybe a little. I wish you hadn't seen me throw up. Monica then admits, me too. And then Ross comes in saying, hey, I just heard, what's up? And Joey's doctor answers, kidney stones. This doctor might not be the biggest believer in private medicine.
Right? Where's the HIPAA law, man?
But he tells Joey, now ordinarily, Mr. Tribbiani, we try to break up the stones with shockwaves, but they're too close to the bladder now, which means you can either wait for them to pass, or else we go up your urethra. And Joey stops him right there. Whoa. No. Nothing is going up, okay? Up is not an option. And then to make it even more funny, Joey asks, what's the urethra? And Monica leans down and whispers in Joey's ear, most probably saying, that's your pee hole, Joe. And then Joey asks the doctor, are you crazy? Yeah, if they were scared about saying vagina, they probably definitely didn't want to say pee hole.
Oh, we're back in the delivery room. Rachel and Frank are there. Frank is nervously pacing in the background. So Phoebe asks Rachel if she's told Frank she's loved him yet. Oh, wait, wrong person.
No.
She asks,
No.
so did you ask him? Rachel says, no, I haven't had a chance to be alone with him yet. And Phoebe points out, well, I'm kind of on a clock here.
I need to know before I pop these out.
Dr. Harrod's in the room laughing, and he goes, oh, Fonzie. Rachel tries to join in on the madness and says, you know who I always liked? Mork.
Nanu.
Dr. Harrod drops what he's doing and stares at her.
Right, I like that he actually drops the paperwork.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't believe you said that. Phoebe leans over and whispers, undo it, undo it, undo it. And I love how Frank freezes in the background. He's like, uh-oh, what's going down? Dr. Harrod tells him, Fonzie met Mork. Mork froze Fonzie.
uh-oh.
Rachel hesitates. Yeah, but Fonzie was already cool, so he wasn't hurt, right? Dr. Harrod thinks for a split second and then happily says, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Monica enters with Chandler. They all greet them with a hey.
Mm-hmm.
Monica asks how Phoebe is doing, and Phoebe says, okay, doctor, says any minute now. Frank nervously says, hey, Alice is going to be here so soon. Could you just, do me a favor and, hold them in?
I like her response to that.
Phoebe points out, sorry, Frank, I'm kind of in the middle of the last favor you asked me. A male nurse enters. Sounds like a porno script. The male nurse says, hey, he's played by Patrick Fabian, who was in The Last Exorcism. And we were like, hey, it's that male nurse from Friends.
Yeah, he was also on an episode of Pushing Daisies.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Rachel returns a hi, and the male nurse says, Rachel. Rachel shares with Monica, this is Dan, one of the guys we're going to go out with on Saturday. She mouths, he's yours, to her. Dan, this is Monica. Dan says, nice to meet you. And Monica, overselling her enthusiasm to make Chandler a little bit jealous, goes, hello, Dan. I'm really looking forward to Saturday night. Really, really.
Really, really.
Chandler tries to undermine him. So, Dan, nurse, not a doctor, huh? Kind of girly, isn't it? Monica yells, Chandler. Dan smoothly says, nah, it's okay. I'm just doing this to put myself through medical school. Chandler goes, oh. And then Dan brings it home with, and it didn't feel so girly during the Gulf War.
Oh.
Chandler says, sure. And listen, thanks for doing that for us, by the way. He retreats in defeat. Monica asks, so why wait till Saturday? Are you free tomorrow? Dan says, sure, I'll get somebody to cover my shift. Monica, again overly enthusiastic, says, oh, great. Chandler to the female nurse, hey, how about you and me Saturday night? Delivery room nurse quips, no.
Hard pass.
Quickly, Chandler replies, all right, very good. Phoebe shouts, oh, this is a big one. Oh!
Smash cut to Joey, who is going through his own contractions. Joey has Ross in the backward headlock while yelling, oh, get these things out of me. And Ross coaches, breathe, breathe, breathe through the pain. And Joey does some breathing exercises before stating, I want the drugs, Ross, I want the drugs. And Joey starts rocking back and forth, and he's taking Ross on that ride with him. And Ross quips, I do too, I do too. Arr! Arr!
In the waiting room, Frank is on the phone as Rachel approaches. Frank says, yeah, I love you. Okay, bye. To Rachel, he goes, hi. She greets him with a hi, and Frank shares that it's Alice's mom. Said that she left 5 hours ago, so she should be here by now. Rachel assures Frank, oh, honey, don't worry. She's going to make it on time. Frank nervously says, yeah. Rachel says, yeah, so Frank, 3 babies. Whew, that seems like a lot, huh? Frank does his signature laugh. Not to me. Rachel, feeling she has fulfilled her duty, goes, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, full stop. That's all I'm going to do. Back in the delivery room later on, Rachel, Chandler, Monica, and Frank are all there as Dr. Harrod is checking out Phoebe. He explains, okay, so you're at 10 centimeters. It's time to start having some babies. All right. I want only the father in here. The friends all kiss their Phoebe goodbye, and I tell her good luck. And Monica goes, bye, Dan. And Dan goes, bye, Monica. And Chandler mimics, bye, mama. And the friends leave. And Dr. Harrod is like, all right, I need a clamp, a sterile towel, and channel 31. And Phoebe asks, what is that? But Dan turns on the TV, and we hear, Sunday, Monday, happy days. Phoebe, OMGs. But the doc is like, no, this is a good one. Fonzie plays the bongos. All right, you ready? It's time to start pushing. Smash cut to Joey's room. His doctor and Ross are there. Joey's doctor asks, are you ready? It's time to start peeing. And Joey makes his pee face, but the doc is like, wait. It's almost time to try peeing. And then he holds up and points out a bedpan thingy.
It's a urinal.
Bedpan urinal.
We're back in the delivery room, and Dr. Harrod goes, okay, now push. That's it. Push. Just concentrate on pushing. Here we go. Dan says, I see the head. Frank triumphantly goes, yes, it has a head. Dr. Harrod continues, all right, keep pushing. Come on. Frank says, I can't believe there's somebody coming out of you right now. There's somebody coming out of you. It's my son. Dr. Harrod, all right, here's your first baby. Frank and Phoebe look so shocked.
Yeah.
We smash cut to the waiting room, and Frank triumphantly rushes in. Yes! We got a baby boy! Chandler goes, yes! Frank Jr. Rachel asks, oh, how does he look? How does he look? Frank goes, so gross! And runs back to the delivery room.
The so gross is amazingly honest.
Right, because they come out, like, covered in a bunch of goo and pale and
other things and,
gross and yeah.
All right, we'll cut back to the delivery room. Phoebe's about to give birth to middle kid, and Dr. Harrod goes, okay, you ready to push again? And Phoebe pants, I already had a baby, leave me alone.
I do like that line.
And Frank encourages, okay, come on, you can do it. And Phoebe starts a pushing, and she starts a screaming, and then Frank starts a screaming with her. Cut to the waiting room. Twice triumphant Frank returns. Yeah! Little Leslie is here. We got another one. Oh my God. I can't believe I have two children. How scary is that? And then he turns back to the delivery room and walks away.
All right, we're back in the delivery room. Phoebe is at it for the last time. Frank is encouraging that last baby. Come on, little Chandler. It's time to be born. Come on, little Chandler. Come on. Dr. Harris says, all right, he's coming. He's coming. They both stare at the newborn. Frank asks, hey, where's this thing? Cut to the waiting room. A thrice triumphant Frank returns again. He hesitates but shouts, Chandler is a girl. Our Chandler says, oh, God, kindergarten flashback. Frank says, they must have read the sonogram wrong because they thought it was a boy, but Chandler's a girl. Chandler's a girl.
Okay.
Chandler says, okay, keep saying it. Alice running in from the elevator. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio at this point in time, Joe has begun to cry. Oh, Joe's getting overwhelmed. Do you need me to tap in? Now, at this point, dear podcast listener, Joe's pale Irish complexion has turned bright red, and she is nodding furiously that she needs me to take over. All right, I'm tapping in. Alice runs in from the elevator. Am I too late? And Frank assures her, no, everything's okay. Everybody's healthy. There's 30 fingers and 30 toes. And Alice cries, we have our babies. And Frank is like, yeah. And Alice starts crying, we have our babies. And now, dear listener, Joe's empathy meter is up to 100. And she is a ball of putty within the grasp of the show's writers. Puddles under her eyes. She is more affected by Phoebe's immense gift and the start of a new family than any of the characters on the show itself. And she is probably not the only one out there. Please write in to let Joe know how you too also collapse into a mess of emotion during these more captivating episodes. And they hug, and quickly that hug turns into a heated makeout section right there on the waiting room couch. Chandler, Rachel, Monica awkwardly make their exits.
I do how they look for the exits right away.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going this way.
I like that Alice is always down to clown.
Woo!
Back to Joey's room. Joey is all sweaty and recovering from his birth of sorts. Joey OMGs and Ross congratulates him. You did it, man. And Joey's doctor asks, would you like to see them? And he hands Joey the little jar. Did you see there's 3 of them in there?
Oh, there are?
I think there's 3 of them
little
in there.
kidney stones.
Joey looks at him with awe. He goes, they're so small. And Joey and Ross kind of smirk at each other like they accomplished something together.
Oh, so cute.
Out in the hospital hallway, Monica and Dan are talking. Dan says, so I'll call you tomorrow. And Monica answers, great. And Dan leaves as Chandler comes around the corner. Chandler goes, so are you really going to go out with that nurse man? And Monica teases, well, if you and I are just goofing around, I thought, why not just goof around with him? And she sits down and Chandler sits beside her and he goes, I don't know if you've actually looked up the term goofing around in the dictionary. Well, I have. And the technical definition is 2 friends who care a lot about each other and have amazing sex and just want to spend more time together. But if you have this newfangled dictionary that gets you mad at me, then we have to, get you my original dictionary. And now, dear listener, Adam has an emotional response to his dinner in the form of gas, which I would normally cut out, but I made fun of Joe so much extra that I decided to leave it in. And Chandler kind of shakes his head before adding, I am so bad at this. But Monica ate it all up, so she says, I think you're better at it than you think you are. And Chandler's smiling and adding on, really? Okay, so... But Monica points out, know when to stop. And Chandler admits, I sense that I should stop. And then he asks, so we're okay? And Monica tells him, yeah, all right. I'll go tell Dan that it's not going to happen. And they kiss, and she starts down the hall as Chandler starts his little celebration dance. But without turning around, Monica warns, don't do the dance. And Chandler says, right, and stops dancing.
All right, we're back in the delivery room. Everyone except Rachel is there. Phoebe, Monica, and Ross are holding the babies. Monica says, I think you're my favorite. Phoebe asks, which one do you have? And she goes, I don't care. Rachel enters and tells Phoebe, hey, hi. So Frank and Alice wanted me to tell you that they're still outside making phone calls. But Phoebe hasn't forgotten and says, did you talk to them about, Rachel feels she obliged your request, so she says, yeah, no, honey. Phoebe sighs. Oh, it was a long shot. hey, can you guys just like...
All right, I'm going to try and have her push through this one. You're pushing through. Breathe. 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 Breathe.
Hey, you guys, can I just have a second alone with the babies?
Okay, I'll say, they say, yeah, sure,
Okay.
yeah, and they hand the babies over, and they leave her alone.
So Phoebe starts talking to the triplets.
Oh, boy.
I can't do it.
So Phoebe takes a look at the triplets, and she's like, so there you are.
Give me a minute.
We're giving her a minute. Are you delivering?
I'm breathing. So Phoebe starts talking to the triplets. So here you are. It seems like yesterday I was just talking to in that little petri dish. Everyone said labor was the hardest thing I'd ever have to do, but they were wrong.
No, they specifically told you that giving them up would be the hardest.
Adam, shh, this is a touching moment.
Fine. It's
had
just people went out of their way.
They gave her a puppy and everything.
Right.
Oh, I had the most fun with you guys. I wish I could take you home and see you every day. You could cut all this out.
Oh, no, it's all staying in.
Okay, I'll settle for being your favorite aunt. I know Alice's sister has a pool, but you lived in me. Okay, so we're cool. Yeah, we're gonna be great. Little high fives. One of the babies starts to cry. Well, if you're gonna cry.
And there goes Joe. Now to the living room for the tag. Everybody's hanging out with Phoebe. Frank and Alice and the kids aren't there. Monica congratulates Phoebe. We're so proud of you. You're amazing. And humble Phoebe says, I know. And Rachel queries, so does it really hurt as bad as they say? And Phoebe warns, yeah, you won't be able to take it. And Chandler now asks, so now that Chandler's turned out to be a girl, what are they going to name her? And Phoebe shrugs, well, they're going to call her Chandler. And Chandler questions, it's kind of masculine name, don't you think? And Phoebe quips, works on you. And before we wrap this up, we have a couple cut lines.
Yeah, so Ross suggests, well, maybe they can girly it up a little bit, like, Chandrelette. Phoebe admits that Alice called her, Channy Fanny.
Joey laughs at that. Channy Fanny, and he points to Chandler. And that is the end, Misfits.
That's it.
Cut and print.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back. Sorry, I got so much. So, Dr. Harrod, what are you doing today?
Yeah, I thought we'd go with the Fonzie routine.
Oh, can't we switch it up? Maybe Three's Company, Alf?
Good morning, Dr. Harrod. What are you guys talking about?
Well, Dr. Overman, I like to pretend I'm obsessed with Fonzie.
Or Jack, Janet, and Chrissy.
Right, but it's just a ruse to calm the patients down. They focus on my happy days obsession instead of worrying so much about the pregnancy. It keeps everybody in a more calm attitude.
That's an interesting technique. Dr. Theba pronounces things weird to lower the patient's guard. Oh, there he is.
Dr. Theba, what was Thanos collecting?
Infinity Stones?
Or,
Infinity Stones!
what about that show with the bald kid that eats Eggos? What's that called?
You mean Stranger Things?
Or,
Stranger Things? Gesundheit? Gesundheit? Gesundheit.
all right, we're back.
We are back.
What did we learn from this episode?
Joe, what did you learn?
I guess I learned that I still get emotional about the triplets' birth 30 years later, and I was just reading it, not even watching it.
Yeah, the triplets are like 30 now. They're like, easy, lady, calm down. And I learned that I don't wander around hospitals enough when I'm visiting people. And the birthing triplets is probably tiring.
Yeah, she was probably pretty tired
Yeah.
after that. What are your final thoughts, Adam?
It's too bad that Deborah Jo got cast on that 70s show, because I think a Frank Jr. and Alice spinoff, Raising Triplets, would have been a fun show to watch.
Oh, yeah, it would have been. And I wonder if Joey kept his kidney stones, showed it to his dates, like, look what I did.
I peed this.
What's our sweater vest tracker?
The prior count was 1.
Yeah.
So we had a 0 total today, but I think we're still stoked about the 1.
Yeah, because we're only on episode 3.
Yeah.
So.
So we're not worried just yet. We've been satiated for the moment.
And we have no magnitude tracker because, again, it all took place in the hospital.
Yep.
So what's our rating for this episode?
The IMDb rating is 8.7 out of 10 stars with 5,880 ratings.
Ooh. So typically the Phoebe named episodes rated lower. So is that why they named it? They called it the 100th?
They're starting to figure it out, and they're like, if it's Phoebe gives birth, nobody's going to watch it.
They're like, we don't want to watch
If that was the case, I think they were mistaken. It probably would have been the highest rated of the Phoebe episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think it's weird that they called it the 100th because it was such a quintessential episode. Yeah.
They do weird stuff like that.
So we had a listener write in, Michelle R.
Arr.
There are so many good lines in this episode. Rachel saying, "Oh, I'm going to be on the news."
That does get me every time. It's such a perfect response to what she says.
When Phoebe tells her she wants to keep one of the babies, she says that line all the time. Oh, I'm going to be on the news. There's just too many great moments to pick a favorite. Frank running out and loudly updating them after each baby. So how does he look? So gross. Chandler's a girl. Chandler's a girl. Oh, God. Kindergarten flashbacks. Phoebe yelling at the poor young doctor. Shh, Doogie, shh. Ross and Joey proudly admiring Joey's kidney stones. And, of course, Phoebe talking to the babies at the end. I always tear up, too, because I gave him a warning. I said, I'll probably cry. And I did. Yeah. So it's definitely an iconic episode. And then we also had someone else write in.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Not sorry wrote in.
Sorry,
Michelle
not sorry.
TB. So we had Michelle R first.
Right.
But Michelle TB said when her husband had kidney stones, she kept saying, kidney stones. She goes, just like the actor/doctor, I drove my husband nuts. Which I thought was really funny.
I'm sure the kidney doctors are always like,
those damn friends.
Everybody says that.
So thanks, guys, for writing in. What's next week's episode?
Yeah, thanks, guys. The next week's is the one where Phoebe hates PBS.
Uh-oh, she's in the title of this one.
That's right.
Not in the one where she gives
birth. And it takes a dip.
Yeah. So what's our synopsis, Adam?
For the first time, Ross talks to his wife since the wedding. Rachel reveals that Monica's secret boyfriend is the best sex she's ever had.
Ooh.
And Chandler gets all Chandler about it. And Phoebe and Joey use PBS as a pawn in their twisted games.
Speaking of PBS, was on the bubble to get defunded and everything.
Right.
So this group wrote in and said to PBS they would like to sell T-shirts on their behalf to raise money. And so it says PBS is punk rock. And so it has a little PBS face symbol and it has like a mohawk and like a nose ring. It was really cute.
Fun.
Yeah, so I thought that was cute. All right, are you ready for some maladjusted content?
I am ready.
So we watched Weapons again.
Yeah.
Because we were tooling around and couldn't think of something to watch, and it's such a good movie.
Yeah, I think I was just like, I'd kind of like to watch it one more time just to get a feel for some of the weirder things going on.
Right, because after you know what's happening, you can look for other things.
Right.
And it's so funny. It's good. It's so funny, though. And then we've been binge watching. So we watched Jeopardy at dinner time with the girl kid.
Yeah.
But we've been binge watching the episodes when Ken Jennings did his first run on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And they're so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny how Alex Trebek is like, here he is
Right.
again.
He's so annoyed.
Yeah, and he's like, I have nothing else to ask you. You've been here for 18 episodes. I'm like, dude, you're not even close to the end. So it's just funny to watch.
Yeah.
And but I also think that Jeopardy was easier like 20 years ago.
Right, you keep saying that. I don't know if it was.
I mean, I feel like I get more questions right on these episodes than the current ones. I don't know. I don't know. I must not know current history. I know past history. And then you watched Mission Impossible again with your dad.
Yeah.
A 3-hour movie again.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But yeah, he liked it. Yeah. He kept going. It keeps going.
And he also had trouble remembering all the stuff from the previous movies, like adding up, because I told you how they like buttoned everything up and people kept coming back.
I think that stuff was not confusing him. He was just kind of more or less like, why are they doing this?
Oh, and I like that. I thought it was good. Oh, I don't know. What else? What else?
We watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yes, we watched Guardians of the Galaxy because it's so funny. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Little baby Groot.
Little baby Groot.
I cried when Groot died too.
Yep. Cries.
Mrs. Geller, why you cry?
Because Groot died. Peter Quill's mom passed away.
I don't even know her. But it's one of those things, like, I don't even have to know why someone's crying.
Right.
If I look over and Adam's crying, I'll just start crying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have to know what you're crying about. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Which is great for the job I'm in. Anyway, are you ready to wrap this up? Let these people go. All right, we're so glad you stumbled across our podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with other friends, fans.
Or maybe rate it and or leave a review.
And if you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, send us your musings and we'll share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey.
They're out, Misfits. You of more from here to like weed on come.
Now say it the right way.
Come on, we'd like to hear from more of you Misfits out there.
Check the show notes for details. You know how to get a hold of us. And thank you for Michelle R. for writing in her thoughts.
R and
Michelle TB for telling us about her kidney stones.
Kidney stones.
And a special thanks to the girl kid who played Dr. Oberman in our skits.
She had fun doing that.
Yeah. And we were listening to it out of context, which makes it really funny.
Joe, are you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. Chandler's a girl! Chandler's a girl!